I know my own destiny, Uncle.
Is it your own destiny? Or is it a destiny someone else has tried to force on you?
Stop it, Uncle. I have to do this.
I'm begging you, Prince 𝐡𝐞𝐽. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
So what? He's scared of love?
Everyone's scared of love, dipshit. You learn that in your 20s. It takes a very rare, very powerful being to be terrified of happiness.
Dumb.
You're dumb. That's why you're not scared to be happy. The smarter you are, the more you know. Happiness is a trap. It can't last forever. Let's say you meet the love of your life. Well, it's still gonna end. It's inevitable, whether by the slow pull of a disease or the shock of loose footing on a hiking trail, whether it be the corrosion of two personalities that reshape each other until they're incompatible, or maybe the old stranger in a bar who says the things that need to be said to that person that night. The point is, happiness always ends.
Rise, young warrior. You must get up. Your journey is not over.
I can't fight him. He has all my weapons. I have nothing.
When you began your journey, you were determined. Nothing could stop you. And now that you are so close, are you willing to give up so easily?
It was easier at the beginning.
Beginnings are often easier, but think of all that you have accomplished along your journey.
What's the point of fighting my way up the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way?
There is always going to be someone who does things the easy way. But that should not stop you from doing things the right way. It is your journey, young warrior. Only you decide when it ends.
This is not how I imagined adult life.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, apart from spending most of it plagued with terrifying anxiety, soul-crushing depression, crippling loneliness, and terrible debilitating neck pain, it's also just incredibly boring. I mean, here we are, a couple of young people, it's Saturday night, and we're just lying on the couch watching TV in the dark.
I don't get it. You came in here, you turned the movie on, you turned the lights off, you sat down and you started watching it, and now you're complaining about it?
Because I wish I was doing something else.
Like what?
Oh, you know the kind of things the young people do, goofball. They go to concerts, or they go on road trips, or to music festivals, or go camping, or play guitar as they sit around a bonfire on the beach at night, making memories, falling in love. But I never got to do any of that stuff. You only get to be young once, and I blew it.
Where's that Vitaly?
That Vitaly is no more.
Listen, man, you may have given up on yourself, but your friends haven't given up on you. Are you just gonna turn your back on them and sit and eat borscht the rest of your life? Or are you gonna get out there and jump through that tiny little hoop?
It is impossible.
It was always impossible, Vitaly. That's why the people loved it.
That is why I loved it. Because I did the impossible. I was once a brave tiger. And if I go down in flames, so be it.
Breathe. Callum, you need to breathe. You just need to breathe, sweetie.
I feel so overwhelmed with everything. I have so many thoughts, things racing through my head.
Sometimes you just need to focus on the present. Take a deep breath and just be. Sometimes things can get so complicated that our minds can't quite sort them out alone. But when you slow down and let yourself breathe, your spirit and your body can catch up with your mind and help out.
I just have to breathe?
To know something truly and deeply, you must know it with your head, hand, and heart, mind, body, and spirit.
Because part of me is still waiting for Margaret to come back.
Daddy's girl.
What? Still?
She's not coming back, dude. She's gone.
Look, I know, all right? I know. It's just, I mean, I don't still have feelings for her, but I do in a way. It's like this thing that's inside of me, and it's always just sort of sitting there, waiting around. And sometimes I'll see something, or I'll smell something, and it makes me think of her, even though I don't want to. I really like CJ. She's amazing. But is it fair for me to go out with her if I still think about Margaret sometimes?
To live life, you need problems.
That's so stupid!
If you get everything you want the minute you want it, what's the point of living?
Without the Avatar state, what if I'm not powerful enough?
I don't know the answer. Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
How did you do it?
You know, you just keep your elbows up and keep the shoulders loose.
Not that. How did you find peace? I took away your parents. Everything. I scarred you for life.
See, that's the thing, Shen. Scars heal.
No, they don't. Wounds heal.
Oh yeah, what do scars do? They fade, I guess?
I don't care what scars do.
You should, Shen. You gotta let go of that stuff from the past, because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
I finally land the gig of my life and you're upset.
You didn't see how tough being a musician was on your father. I don't want to see you struggle like that.
So Dad could pursue his dreams and I can't?
Your father had me. Most times, this shop is what paid the bills. So when I'm gone, who's gonna pay yours?
Music is all I think about. From the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I fall asleep at night.
You can't eat dreams for breakfast, Joey.
Then I don't want to eat. This isn't about my career, Mom. It's my reason for living. And I know Dad felt the same way. I'm just afraid that if I died today, that my life would have amounted to nothing.
You don't believe that! Oh! You never believed that. From the first moment I got here, you've been trying to get rid of me.
Yes, I was. But now I ask you to trust in your master as I have come to trust in mine.
You're not my master. And I'm not the Dragon Warrior.
Then why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you, the greatest kung fu teacher in all of China.
I was so afraid of becoming my dad. Mostly because I thought I never could. How do you become someone that great, that brave, that selfless? I guess you can only try.
One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it.
We have to do something. We can't just let him march on the valley and take his revenge. He'll...
Your mind is like this water, my friend. When it is agitated, it becomes difficult to see. But if you allow it to settle, the answer becomes clear.
For so long, I thought that if my dad accepted me, I'd be happy. I'm back home now. My dad talks to me. He even thinks I'm a hero. Everything should be perfect, right? I should be happy now. But I'm not. I'm angrier than ever, and I don't know why.
There's a simple question you need to answer then. Who are you angry at?
Who are you angry at, Zuko?
Is it Dad?
No.
Your uncle?